Guys, let me know in the comments below if you've ever given your dog flea or tick medication and they've had an adverse reaction, or if you know anybody that's given their dog flea and tick medication that's had an adverse reaction other than Bruce Wayne.
I was shocked how many people were in my DMs saying they've given this and had a reaction with their dogs and are never giving it again.
And we should do a whole video on this.
Okay.
Guys, make sure you guys are subscribed because I'm going to be doing a lot of updates on Bruce, how he's recovering, if he ever gets back to full health again. And ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my news uploads. So today was Bruce Wayne's first outing since his whole ordeal where he almost died on Canine Advantix 2. We brought him to the gym, and just getting him out and about, I just feel like lifted his spirits a little bit. He was very happy being there. It's not like he's super energetic or anything like that, but he was definitely pumped to be there, very happy to get out of the house. So that was our first outing with the dog. I tried to film this video earlier. It was super cold and windy out, and you'll see me, I'll have some footage up. You can see Bruce playing with his flirt pole. I wasn't forcing him to play with his flirt pole. He literally just grabbed it and he was like wiggling his tail. Yeah. I'm not sure if Bruce is he even gonna make a full recovery. I just see his walking still kind of off. I know he's got a genetic back issue, so he'll be 7 in March. He's not a spring chicken. He's definitely middle age. That's like 49 in people years. Justice is in a growth spurt right now. I'm getting very confused, like just quickly looking at the dogs, because Justice's head's finally getting bigger. I literally feel like Bruce almost died the other day. Bruce Wayne is not in a good way, guys. He is so sick. I honestly can't tell you what's going on. And this is something nobody ever discusses. You know, some turds in the comments are like, take him to the vet, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, we tried to. And they're like, well, you should just take him to the emergency vet anyways, even though it's 2 hours away and it's a 7 to 10 hour wait. When a dog's under a heavy amount of stress, 2 hours in the car and possibly 10 hours in a very stressful hospital room, ER, for where there's other animals crying, he's smelling all these things, that could have seriously, guys, put him into cardiac arrest. Okay, Bruce, there's no way I want to put this dog under cardiac arrest or any chances like that. So I weighed out my options. You know, what's the better option? To stress him out even further, possibly killing him, or wait till the next morning to bring him to the vet, which we did, where it would almost be the same time anyways that we'd be getting into the ER because they were so backed up with emergency cases. They literally told us minimum 7 hours, probably 10. So that's why I made that decision. I have to do what's best by the dogs. That's what I was trying to get at, which is why I feel like I made the proper decision. Still something off about the way he's moving. He lost a ton of weight. He's lost 15 pounds, guys. So even though he had a massive diet change, it still is, in the back of my mind, worrisome, right? And then I came in the house to finish filming. Then the dogs start going after Amazon decided to run from my neighbor's house to my house in front of the windows. The dogs obviously flipped out when I was trying to film.
Stranger danger.
So this is the fourth time basically trying to film this video.
Jeez.
I literally think he would have died.
I thought he was dying on New Year's Day.
If you didn't mention his flea and tick medication that I immediately washed off, like every day he was getting worse and worse and worse. And even though a lot of it already absorbed, like it was still in his skin.
Right.
And I feel like the only reason he survived is literally because of a bath. A bath saved Bruce Wayne's life, I feel like. His breathing was getting super shallow. He had that 1,000-yard stare. Yeah,
he like wasn't cognitively with us.
And he's a dog that's super sensitive. Yes. So for example, I'm just gonna use CBD for example, guys. A dose for him is a full dropper. I use a quarter of a dose and he is like good. I could even use less than that. He's a super sensitive dog. The emergency vet hospital was a 7 to 10 hour wait because they had so many high-end emergencies in there. So I can either wait till the next morning to bring Bruce to the vet, or drive 2 hours and then wait 7 to 10 hours for him to get seen, which is extremely stressful on a dog, putting them in that situation when they don't feel good. So people are like, oh, what's the big deal if it's stressful for a dog? What can happen? They can go into cardiac arrest.
Which is
he was not in good shape. So we had to make the decision, and I feel like Kara and myself made the best decision possible, which was let's just keep him calm. Let's keep him comfortable and we'll take him to the vet the next morning.
Just maybe using our example as a learning lesson that I don't think a lot of people realize the vet shortage is, I believe, worldwide. So while you may just assume you've got a 24-hour emergency vet near you, you may want to check into proactively if they really are. Now, it could vary every time we've called our emergency vet that I once thought we could always, at a drop of a dime, bring our dog to. They're months out at capacity where they won't even see our dog. So just use this example and maybe proactively be aware of what's in your area. If an emergency should arise, where would you go? Who would you call? Because Jason and I unfortunately have had to deal with this quite a bit the past 2 months, and it was a little bit of a crapshoot trying to figure out.
What was it, DeWitt Animal Hospital?
Yep, the
DeWitt Animal
Street
Hospital.
one.
Kara's like, called them. They're an emergency clinic.
Like, I think my dog has a blockage. He could die.
He could die. And then Kara goes, well, I thought you were an emergency place. Why was my dog's gonna die? Click the hang up on her.
Yeah.
That was the customer service
Yeah.
and the care that the DeWitt Animal Hospital gave to us when our dog had almost a complete blockage, which will kill your dog.
Right. So just throwing that out there, you may not have any issues. You may have super healthy dogs, but not a bad rule of thumb to check out your area and have an awareness of what you would do should an emergency arise. Look at how Justice is positioned and staring at Bruce.
Yes, he's highly concerned.
He's got a different look to him. Like, he's sitting up, he's very serious, and he just keeps staring at Bruce.
Yeah, which is also why, like, I just feel like there's something else underlying going on, or he's just still suffering from using this poison.
Right. I'm hoping that's all it is, but.
We brought him to the vet. The vet said we did everything that we could do. We did everything right. Bathing him with Dawn dish detergent. If you ever see those commercials, they pour the Dawn and the duct's covered with oil. That's why they suggest using Dawn. It gets rid of all of that oil off them. But again, it's so absorbed already in his skin. And my fear is he gonna make a full recovery?
Right.
He's still not the same. He's still kind of walking weird.
I know.
Bruce's gait seems weird, like a lot of weakness, but he also lost 15 pounds, which is another concern to me.
Yeah.
Another concern to me if Bruce is gonna make a full recovery, and I just have something in the back of my head that there's something else going on with him, just beyond this poison that almost killed him. Never use Canine Advantix 2, if you're asking me. That's what almost killed Bruce Wayne. But I just feel like there's something else going on.
I do too.
Justice, since this whole incident, has started acting much different, and Bruce is allowing him to act different. Almost like he's protecting Bruce. He keeps looking at Bruce. He's laying in different, like Justice will lay in different spots of the house just with eyes on Bruce, which is not typical. Last night, Bruce had to go to the bathroom. Then Justice got off the couch to follow him. Justice didn't even go to the bathroom at first. He literally stood in the deck and watched Bruce go to the bathroom. He just watched him.
I need to go watch after him in case he needs me.
Yeah, so I just feel like there's an underlying issue with Bruce.
That we haven't found.
Yeah. The vet did a ultrasound on him, and he didn't see any cystine stones, which is great because X-ray won't show them, which is why they were missed before.
Right.
But he said an ultrasound would definitely show them. We did that. He's on an antibiotic as well because of the fact that he still has a bacterial infection in his sheath, and it's been an ongoing fight for his entire life. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
And I think I'm gonna keep him on gabapentin. Gabapentin helps with nerve pain.
Yes.
And it's much easier for him to stand and sit. I noticed this after his surgery because they had him on it right after it, and they put it on him again. And even though, like I was just describing, his gait's off, he seems like he's in less pain. He's wanting to move a lot more. I know there's long-term side effects of every kind of pharmaceutical drug, but
we talked about that with the doctor, though.
We did,
and longevity.
And now you got to think he'll be 7 years old in March. So now I'm just thinking about quality of life, right? I'm not giving this to him when he's 2 years old. He's almost 7.
Yeah.
And there's pluses and minuses, right?
Yes.
If you're not moving as much, that's not good for your health.
Right.
If you're in pain, that's stressing you. That's not good on your organs and everything else. Stress is horrible on people and animals, and that's one thing people never discuss with longevity with animals. It's like, feed them a proper diet, of course. Give them these supplements, of course. But they don't talk about stress reduction, and stress reduction is huge in longevity.
Yep.
It's huge in preventing disease. It's huge in just keeping your dog happy. So I'm highly considering just keeping him gabapentin long term. Once he gets through this course of it, I'm going to probably start playing around with it and start reducing it and see what his minimal effective dose is, which is what Dr. Carter said. And that's, and I'm like, I love how he used that wordage because I'm always about finding the minimal effective dose.
Right.
Just because a dose for the dog for CBD is 1 milliliter, that doesn't mean it's his minimal effective dose. Very
One dog
sensitive.
needs another dog may not.
So I'm just worried he won't make a full recovery from this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Kara said something to me about, you know, this poison causing seizures and stuff. It hit us both at the same time. Our English Bulldog had seizures from 9 months old on.
Yep.
We had to stop giving him flea and tick medication because it was just making him so sick. We both now feel like just the first couple doses we gave him caused him to have lifetime seizures. That and over-vaccinating our dogs. I'm not anti-vax at all, but we definitely over-vaccinate our dogs.
Yeah.
I turned them down for a bunch of vaccines for Justice, and when Bruce's upcoming appointment, I'm not having him do a bunch of vaccines. And for example, if you give the dog the Lyme vaccine, they can still get Lyme disease. What we're gonna do going forward is just, we're already pretty proactive. Kara's proactive. I try not to expose myself to ticks because I have Lyme disease. So, for example, we go for a walk with the dogs. We use the tick mitt on the dogs. We also use the flea comb on the dogs.
Yeah.
We as in her,
And
just to
I
comb
do it
through
outside.
them.
We don't let them right in.
And somebody commented, "I'm sorry the tick mitt didn't work for you." It's like, when did I ever say the tick mitt didn't work?
For you personally? And
No, for the dogs.
Oh,
it's like
I
I've
know.
never said that ever worked.
Oh no, we use
Like-
both. We use a tick mitt and I'll use a comb. I
I
do
think
it all.
They said that because I gave him flea and tick medication.
Oh, I see.
You know.
No, that wasn't it.
And everybody's wondering, why'd you give him flea and tick medication? Check out those other 2 videos.
Yeah.
I discussed it and I believe in both of them.
Right.
So that's an update on Bruce Wayne. I can't thank you guys enough for all the, you're feeling much better. And Justice is just, you can even see Justice right now just staring at him like,
He's
is my
just
big bro
so
okay?
serious,
He's so
yeah.
serious about Bruce. And the relationship's changing, the dynamic's changing, and I feel because of this whole situation. I know I didn't respond to everyone.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough for all the love and support, supporting Bruce, supporting me and Kara and Justice.
Yeah.
You know, I know Bruce changed a lot of your lives. He's changed Kara and myself forever, just not even, he's changed us as humans. So I know you guys care a lot about him. And we always do what's best for the dogs and for the family. And a lot of the times it's hard to think in those moments.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
your
very hard to think in those
emotions
moments
take
because
over.
emotions take over. I still have another dog that I love very much, and I have a wife, so I can't let this like, every dog is going to eventually go. Every dog is going to pass on, and you can't let that destroy your life where you're hurting others around you. You know, I still have a family no matter what,
Right.
and it's not fair to Justice. It's not fair to Kara. It's not fair to me if she's just so devastated she can't even function. It's not fair to you guys. I've done videos on how I've changed my mindset around all of that. Check those out.
Yeah, I think that's really helpful for people.
You know, it's just how I changed it. I'm not saying that's how you should think, but it's how I had to process things so I could actually sleep at night a little bit better.
Just like reframing your mindset.
All right, guys, I hope you liked this video, and we will be back with more updates and regular scheduled programming soon. Until next time, Bruce Wayne, Joey Justice, Kara Corey, and myself will see you later. Peace.